for the next time we do this, I will figure out how to put the heat on. Because boy, because it's cold. It's cold and getting colder.
Yes.
Well, it's supposed to snow.
Oh, don't space it out. Well, you know, what was it in? Oh, how much the wind is?
What did you do today that's exciting? Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Janice was going to do that, but he didn't come up, so I wonder if he doesn't even know how to do it. But yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, so I apologize. We've got all the tech now is up and running. We will share the screen and we will be good to go. All right. So we're going to start with a nigun, just a song without words. It should be. All right, there we go.
I see some friends on Zoom.
Yes, friends on Zoom.
Friends on Zoom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbos, everyone. La 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 Okay, so we're going to continue now. Oopsie, we're going to do something else. We're not going to do that.
Are you cold, Daddy?
Mm-mm.
It's chilly. That's what everyone is saying. All right, so we will start with Yedid Nefesh. We'll start with Yedid Nefesh. This is not a good place for this camera. Mainly what I can see is the chair that I'm using as a music stand. Okay, that's a little better.
Is that page 30 there?
Page 10.
Yeah.
Page 10, and you can also look at those. It's a little too small on the screen, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to do this. Oh, whatever, I'll just.
I asked her if somebody could come quickly because I'd like to do it before the service is over.
Good.
Oh no, what did I just do?
Yes.
Hey, I just want to make sure to ask you something.
Would you like a book? Do you want a book?
All right. One of these days, guys, we're going to get all of this technology is going to be completely
No.
smooth. But until then, we are working. All right. So we are going to turn now to page 10, Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh. Avarachama Mishoch Avda Echritzona Yarutz Avda Kamo Aya Yishtachaber Mu'adara Yechavlo Yedidota Nirofetsu Ve'holta'am Adonai Ziv Haolam Nafshi Chola Avata Ana Elna Rifana La Be'arla No Amziva Chikazeh B'tidrape V'haitala Shikatola Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ay la 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 ya ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya 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 la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya ya la 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 ya la 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 let's see, page 10, Louise, page 10, yeah. All right, and let's see. Is there someone who feels like they can see the text well enough to read a little bit of the English?
I will,
Great, thank you. Go for it. Go for it, Ellen.
starting with blessed,
Beloved
beloved,
of my soul, yeah.
beloved of my soul, compassionate Father, draw me, your servant, to your desire. Would that I could run like a gazelle and bow before your beauty, for I find your love sweeter than honey or any delight. Beautiful, splendorous light of the world, my soul is sick with love. God, please heal her by bathing her in your serene light. Then she shall surely be strengthened and healed and be your servant forever. Ancient One, let your compassion flow. Have pity on the child whom you love, for I've yearned for so long to see your luminescent power. My God, my beloved, hurry please. Do not hide. Please, my beloved, reveal yourself Spread the sukkah of your love over me. May the whole world be illuminated with your glory. Then shall we be glad and rejoice with you. My lover, come quickly, for the time has come. Have compassion for me as in days of old.
Thank you. All right, lovely. And we will turn now to page 11. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voices in song. Please join me in English. Great is Adonai, a greater sovereign than all other deities. God's hands formed the earth's deep. Mountains, crests, too, are God's work. The sea is God's, for God made it. Dry land was fashioned by God's hand. Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai, who formed us. And we'll sing together the first couple of lines of that psalm. Lechu neranana l'Adonai, Naria l'tzor yishenu, nekadama fanav v'tohodah. These may roll, Naria lo. And now on the following page, right at the little arrow, Abahim Shana Akud Bedor Valmam Dwele Vavim Vehim Lo Yadu Derachai Shenishpati V'Api Imilon El Manucha Page 13. Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Sing to Adonai, praise God's name day after day. Tell of God's deliverance. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Kadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol HaAretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo Basaru, Miyom Miyom Yeshuato, Sabaru Bagoyim, Kevodo Beho, Ahavihi Plefota. La 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 Sandy, would you sing, I'm sorry, Sandy, would you read on page 15 in English, Adonai reigns?
Adonai reigns. One should have the same degree of expectation in welcoming Shabbat as one would have greeting a sovereign.
Very nice. You can now read under the Gimel, Sandy, you can read Adonai reigns. I love that little Maimonides piece. But now, Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad.
Okay, Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad. The many distant lands rejoice. Clouds and thick darkness surround the divine. Righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers round about. Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the master of all the earth. The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations see God's glory.
Thank you. We'll come together on page 16. Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy name. Ohave Adonai Sinura, Shomer Nafshot Chasidav Miyad Rishayim Yatzileh, Or Zavru Ala Tzadik, Or Yishrei Lev Simcha, Simechu Tzadikim B'Adonai, V'hodu Lezecher Kodsho. Page 17. Mizmor Shiru Ladona Shir Chadash In Cholaot Asah Oshia Lo Yemino Uzuro Kodsho Dia Adonai Yeshuato Ve'enei Goyim Gilad Tzidkato Zachar Chesdo Ve'emunato Levet Yisrael La 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 Okay. Patrick, would you read page 18? Can you see it on the screen? You have to unmute yourself, though, Patrick.
All right. Call out to everyone, all the earth. Break out in joyful singing. Sing to Avno to the music of love, lyre and voices making music together with hearts and shefer cries. Trumpet the presence of the sovereign and our. Let the sea and all that is in it roar, and the earth and all who inhabited thunder. By then, clap hands with mountains, sing in harmony, greeting Avner who comes to judge the earth, judging the world with justice and the nations with truth.
Thank you, Patrick. Lovely. Okay, so we are going to turn now to page 23. Shirley, can you see the first two verses of the Hadodi to read them for us? On page 23?
Come, my beloved.
Yeah, come, my beloved.
Come, my beloved, to welcome the bride. Let us greet Shabbat as she arrives. Observe and remember where it is one. We heard it thus from the singular one. God's name is one, and God is one, renowned with honor and deserving of praise. Want me to sing it?
Yeah, do one more verse.
Come, my beloved, let us go out to greet Shabbat, sacred wellspring of blessing, conceived at the beginning of time, formed at the end of 6 days.
Lovely.
Come, my
Okay.
beloved, shrine of our sovereign royal city, rise up from destruction and fear no more. End your dwelling.
I just got caught up with another mission.
You will be raised. Come, my beloved.
Thank you. All right, great. So feel free, if you're up for it, you can dance in your seat. You can dance on your feet, whatever, however you want to do it. But imagine that we're welcoming a bride, and we have to make the bride happy. As soon as the bride comes into the wedding, right? We all are very excited. Beautiful, beautiful bride, the Shabbat bride. And now we turn to page 24, and we will sing the second of the 3 verses. It says, Heat over reed. Heat over reed, heat over reed, Kiva over, Ori, 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 she's a baby, for the night, like Liga, Lehato, Liga, Kala, Yala, 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 Bay Shabbat, Nikabila, Ha, Lehato, Liga, Kala, Yala, Yala, Bay Shabbat, Nikabila. And I invite you to rise as you are able for our final verse as we welcome. Actually, we have an outdoor thing here, so we can go and open the door.
Oh, yeah.
Let Shabbos go on in.
You open the door?
I don't know.
You got a key?
It won't let us in today. Won't let us out. But let's imagine that we open the door.
Yeah, there's a key for it.
I have the key, but yeah. But we can open the door, and in comes the Shabbat bride, and we sing this last little verse. Boi v'shalom atzeret ba'ala gam b'simcha u'b'tzola toch emunei am segula boi chala boi chala le'atuti li'katala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat le'kabela le'atuti li'katala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat le'kabela le'atuti li'katala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat le'kabela le'atuti li'katala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat le'kabela. All right. All right, so we can have a seat, have a little sip of that champagne.
Yeah, right.
I wish, right? Oh,
Yeah.
that would be great. Okay.
That grape juice was good in the Seder boxes. So
Was it good?
It was good.
There we go. All right, let's see. So, Heva, are you willing to read in English on page 27 from a psalm, the song of the day of Shabbat?
27 from the book of Psalms. Okay.
Yeah.
It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name, Most High, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass. Every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever. But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time.
Feel free to continue on the next page.
Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered. As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear. In old age, they remain fruitful, still fresh and beautiful, bountiful. Proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw.
We will sing together on page 28. Please feel free to join me with the transliteration right where there's a little arrow. Sadikatamaika ke'eres balvanon yisgesh shitulim b'beit Adonai b'chatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun b'seva Yeshenim v'ra'ananim yiyu lehagir yashar Adonai suri velo avlatabo. All right, so we will turn now to page 30, and I'll invite anyone who has someone they're remembering for a yard site, or or if they are in mourning and would like to share the name of that person, please feel free to unmute yourself if you are on Zoom, or just to raise your hand if you're in here. So I'm going to remember my dear friend Gail Horowitz, whose yard site is on Thursday. Sandy, do you have someone to remember?
I'm not gonna do it. We only have 9 people here.
No, we have so many people, Sandy. It's unbelievable. This is like the biggest number of people we've had in such a long time. We've got, let's see, I'm going to count everybody on Zoom. We got 1, 2, we got 6 people who are on Zoom, at least 7 people, right? 7 people on Zoom. And then we have another, at least 7 in the room.
There are 9 on Zoom. There are 9 on Zoom.
Right. But one of the windows is this group, right? Which is six residents plus me. So we got plenty.
Yes.
So it's awesome. All right. So Sandy, whom are you remembering?
I'm remembering my father, Chaim Nochem Malkin.
Wow, amazing. Anybody else?
And
All right.
I'm
All
in
right.
mourning. I'm in mourning for my mother, who passed away
Okay,
in
so
December.
That's right. Okay. And Ann, you remembering somebody?
My old dear friend, Dick Roberts.
So Heva, why don't you lead us in the mourner's Kaddish?
In English? Or
Either
in-
way, English or Aramaic, whatever you prefer, and if you want to do it in
I'll
English,
do
we'll
it in- I'll
say
do
it
it
in
the way I do it
say
every day.
afterwards.
Hold on. Let me see, am I on? I'm on, okay. V'ikadal v'ikadash
Shemei
shemei
Rabbah.
Amen.
divrachim rute v'yamlik malchute v'yechon yomechon uvyachei yechol beit Israel
Israel.
ba'agala uvizman kariv imeru amen.
Amen. Yehei.
Yehei
Torah.
Pnei Rabbah Mevora Leolam
Ve'olam
Umeomai.
u'me'omai.
Beat Barak, Beat Barak, Beat Parar, Beat Shamam, Beat Naseh. Beat Badar, Beat Haleh, Beat Halal, Shemei
Shemei
Kudesh.
Kushal. Breathe food.
Elami
Elami
Kol
Kol
Birchata,
Birkata.
Bir Sharchata, Tush
Tush
Bechata,
Birkata.
Venach Nechmata, Yamiran Bialma Imaru, Amen.
Amen.
Yehei
Hey,
Lama
Shlama
Rabbah, Min Shemaya.
Aleinu.
Yachem Aleinu v'Akol Israel
Israel.
Imaru Amen. Oseh Shalom
Shalom.
Amarav. Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu v'Akol Israel v'Akol Yoshvei Tevei Imaru Amen.
Okay. So we will turn now to page 39A, and I'll invite everyone to rise as they are able for the Baruch. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamivora. And everyone else will say Baruch Adonai Bara Le'olam Ba'ed. Baruch Adonai Bara Le'olam Ba'ed. You may be seated. Bertha, can you see the words well enough to read on the bottom of page 30? No? Okay.
Too small.
Too small. Okay. How about you, mine?
On the first bracha.
Yeah, the first bracha, exactly.
The coming of the evening light. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsebaoth is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk.
Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uben laila, Adonai Tzebaot Shemo, Elchai V'Kayam, Tamid Yamuk Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Amari, Aravi. And everyone can say Amen.
Amen.
So great to have a group to say Amen. It's really great. All right, so please join me in Hebrew on page 40. There is transliteration, so you have a cheat sheet if you need it. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael. Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot ukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al ken Adonai Eloheinu l'shokbenu u'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו, באורך ימינו, ובהם נגד יומם ולילה. יומם ולילה, כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו, ובהם נגד יומם ולילה. יבטך, אל תשיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהי עמו ישראל. So we'll turn to page 41 for the Shema. And Louise, are you willing to read the first line of the Shema for us?
Okay.
Lovely.
Praise be the name of the one glorious forever and ever.
Great. But actually, we just read the Shema in Hebrew if you can.
Oh, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema. So everyone together, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And we can all sing together, Baruch. And then we'll sing Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשופטך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. והיה. So we'll continue silently on page 42. at the very bottom of page 42. Adonai Elohechem Adonai Melakol Zot V'Kayam Aleinu Ki Hu Adonai Eloheinu V'Yein Zulato Yenach Yisrael Amo. This is our enduring affirmation binding on us that Adonai is our God and there is none other, and we Israel are God's people. So we'll turn to page 44. U'malchuto b'ratzon kibolu aleihem Moshe Miriam u'bnei Israel leka'anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yameru kulam mi hamocha Elohim Adonai mi kamocha Nedaba kodesh nora tilot osef be'ele malchutecha ra'u v'necha okeyam lifnei Moshe ze'eli anu yameru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Israel. Anne, are you willing to read page 45, allow us Adonai?
Yes. Let me know if you can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem.
And now we will turn to page 46 with the Shamru. Oopsie. All right, the Shamru is on, what page did I say? Page 46. Yes. The Shamru
Israel, Shabbat,
Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat v'dorotam b'rit ha'olam u'bayom hashvi'i Shabbat v'yinafah Shabbat v'yinafah Shabbat v'yinafah v'shru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot All right, and now because tomorrow is the 7th day of Passover, we will have a special little addition to the service, which goes like this: Vaydaber Moshe et Moedei Adonai el Bnei Yisrael. And thus Moses proclaimed the festivals of Adonai to the people of Israel. All right, so I'm going to now we'll chant the Chatzi Kaddish, and then I need to do a presto changeo with the liturgy on the screen, and everyone in the room after the Chatzi Kaddish needs to turn to page 306 because we're going to do the festival Amidah today because it's actually Passover. And we're celebrating the Chag. So I will invite you all to rise as you are able, and we will go from there. Yitkadav, Yitkadav, Shemei Rabba, Yamad Yivrochu, Yamlich Malchutem, V'chayechon V'yomechon, U'chayerecho Bet Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, U'vizman Kari, V'meru Amen. Yesh Rabba Mevara, V'yalam U'amei Maya Yitbarach, Yitbarach V'yishtabach, V'yitba'ar V'truma V'yinaseh V'yitada, V'yitalev V'yitalav, Shemei V'gudasha V'richu, Le'ela Min Kol Berachata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Zamiran V'yalma, V'meruhu, Amen. All right, so you will see that we will read the first 3 blessings as we normally do. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotzeinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Maybe go el libnei b'neihem lema'an shemo v'ahava melech ozer u'moshir u'magen baruch atah Adonai magen Avraham u'foked Sarah atah gibor le'olam Adonai Hayei v'tzivatam le'hoshia orid hatav mechalkel chaim b'chesed Mechaye meitim berachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofei cholim, u'matir asurim, u'mekayem emunato b'shenei afar, mi chamocha ba'al gvorot, u'midom elach, melech memit u'mechayeh, U'matzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata, l'hachayot meitim, Baruch ata Adonai, mechayeh ha'meitim. Page 308. I'm sorry, 309. Ata kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom ya'aleluhu chasela, Baruch ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. And we will continue now silently at television. Saving Nuchatenu Kachin. Yeah. אהבה ורצון ושמחה וששון שבת ומועדי בית שבת. רצון כאילו הוא. Page 313 now.
What page?
313. 313. And we will come together for Shalom Rav on page 313. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Sim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Sim Leolam Ki Atahu Melech Adon Kol HaShalom Ki Atahu Melech Adon Kol HaShalom Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Sim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Sim Leolam V'tov b'necha levarech et Amecha Yisrael b'holei ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים All right. So as I'm finding the liturgy, I'll invite people to unmute themselves as we will turn to page 173. Page 173 for the Mishabera. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Right. Anne from Mishabera.
Nathan Lambert, Alex Metz, Michelle Sucking.
Sandy.
Ellen Zuniga, David Engel, Elaine Skolnick, Rosemary and Yair Alroy, Alvin Glazerman.
Ellen? No. Hella?
Eric Alejandro, Eduardo Noriega, Douglas Dimes, Mary Ellen Lawler, and Carla Valentine.
Patrick?
I can't think of any.
Okay, that's just fine. Shirley? Eddie?
My sister Rosie, my father-in-law John, and my cousin Maria, and my friend Renee.
Bertha? No? Okay. Maya? Michelle? Nobody? And Louise?
Gisela, Michael Schneider, Howard Schneider, Abby Cahaler, Rosa Schneider, Esther Leff, and Lisa Escobar.
And I will remember my cousin, Bat Miriam, my father, Jim Morgan, Leah Bat David Udvora, Ari Ben Bertrand Udvora, and Natalia. Okay. So with that, we will turn to page, as I said, to page 173. And I'll put the words up on the screen for everybody to see. Everything's complicated. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just going to grab a few people to mute here. If you're, please mute yourself if you are, if you would like to sing along and you're on Zoom. Okay. They're the source of strength. Oh, bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. All right. We will, I hope, in the near future, be able to have Kiddush.
Yeah, oh yes.
But that's unfortunately not going to be right away. But well, we'll get there. Oops, this is the wrong one. I pulled the other one. I apologize. There we go. All right. So now we will turn to page page 56 for the Elenu.
Page
56. 56, and I'll invite you to rise as you are able. Aleinu v'shabach la'adon ha'kol. גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, כי אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו, וגובה מרומי, אם הוא אלוהינו, אינו רמת מלכנו, אפס סולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום וישיבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינו. And we'll turn to page 57. Al ken nechevelecha Adonai Eloheinu lirot nehira b'ter kazecha. Establishing in the world the sovereignty of the Almighty, all flesh will call out your name, and even the wicked will turn towards you. Kakatu b'toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam v'hed, v'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol ha'aretz, v'yom ha'hu, יחיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Okay, so we'll turn now to page 58, and I invite all of those whose custom it is to rise to say Kaddish for those who don't have anyone to say Kaddish for them. We can repeat the mourner's Kaddish now. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad yivrach yiruteh, v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'nechon, v'chayedech v'beit Yisrael, v'agalau v'zman kafir v'mermeh, yehei shmech rabba mevarach, le'olam olmei, yitvarach v'yishtabach, yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalav, Shemei Kudsha, Ve'ela min kol birchata, shirata, tushbechata, v'nechemata, da'amiran v'alma v'imru. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu, v'al Israel, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav, u'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al Israel, v'al yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. All right. So just a quick announcement that tomorrow our services will be on Zoom. They will be at 1550 Beacon Street on Zoom here. And that is going to be Shabbat and Passover. So, and what's exciting about tomorrow's service is that we read Song of Songs, which is really beautiful. So if you can tune in, it's well worth it. And then on Sunday we will be back here with a Torah scroll, and we'll also read from the Torah here on Sunday. And there'll be Yizkor on Sunday as well. So we'll do Yizkor on Saturday and Yizkor on Sunday, so you can choose which Yizkor you want to do. You don't have to do, we can do both too.
This prayer book for tomorrow morning?
This prayer book for tomorrow. Yep. And I can't promise it for tomorrow, but my goal is to make Xeroxes, blown up Xeroxes of the prayer book, so for those of us without great eyes, I number myself in that category, will have a little bit more access to but not for tomorrow or the next day, because that's it's not the regular Shabbat service tonight. So, all right. So with that, we will. I think we'll sing. What do we say? Adon Olam. Or do you want to sing Yitgal?
Adon Olam is good.
Adon Olam is good. All right. Well, we've heard a vote. Okay. So just give me one more moment to get to Adon Olam.
Well, I say to my friends on Zoom, gosh, it's so good to be here with Rabbi Jim in person.
This is so fun. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to the people in the room, to everyone who's here, and I'm so grateful to everyone who is on Zoom with us, because without both cohorts, we wouldn't have had a minyan. So I'm extremely grateful to everyone who's here. I didn't get to welcome Kent. Hello, Kent from Winthrop is here, which is great. And we will now sing Adon Olam. Eventually I'm going to start singing Adon Olam to a special tune that you may or may not know, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm not feeling into it. So today we'll sing the normal one. Adon Olam Hashem. Oh, I'm sorry. It is on page 211. Adon Olam 211. I'll give you all a second to find it. Actually, maybe I will try to play the fancy version. Let's see. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe that's the one I know.
It's definitely not. It's
No, I don't know this one that you usually do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll know this one either as an Adon Olam song. You may know it as this song comes from a musical.
Oh.
All right. Is everyone found page 210?
Yeah.
Great. All right. So if I mess up, you'll forgive me. Oh, say, Shalom bin Ramavu, Yaseh Shalom Aleim. Oh, say Shalom Aleim, Yaseh Shalom Aleim. V'yalko Yisrael, v'yalko Yoshvei Tevel. V'imru, Adon Olam, Hashem Alak, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, V'yet Nasa, V'chepso Ko, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'yacharei, V'kotako Levado, Yimloch Nora, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoved, V'hu Yeh B'tikara, Adon Olam Hashem Alak, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la. You say, oh my gosh, now I'm forgetting the words. Anyway, you get the idea. But it's really, I'm gonna learn it a little better. All right, let's do the regular version.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Adon Olam Hashem Mahala. B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, V'yet Nasa B'chepso Ko, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'yacharei V'chotako, Levado Yimloch Nora, V'hu Haya V'hu Hoved, V'hu Yeh B'tifara, V'hu Echad v'yein sheni, l'hamshir lo le'achbira, v'li reshit v'li tachlit, v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra, v'hu eli v'chai go'ali, v'tzor chevri v'yetzara, v'hu nisi u'manos li, v'nat kosi, V'yom ekra b'yado, Ahiruhi, Hieti Sham Diahira, Veimruhi Gaviati, Adonai Li, Velo Ira. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbos, great to see everybody.
Nice to see ya.
Everyone
Shabbat
be
shalom.
And we'll see, I hope some of you tomorrow and some of you on Sunday, and it'll be great fun to hang out together. Thanks a
Hasta
lot,
mañana.
everybody. Hasta mañana.
Need any help to put stuff away?